Good morning.
Good morning, Lisa.
How you doing? Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was rushing into the office.
All right. You're doing a lot more than I am, so you don't have to apologize.
How's everyone's morning? Hi, Bill. I see Bill Stone's on here. Well,
Hi, Bill.
I don't see his face.
Sorry, I thought my thing was unmuted, sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. How's
Morning,
everyone?
Bill.
It's Wacky Wednesday.
Is today Wednesday? I thought it was Friday.
I am so confused these past 2 weeks, so I'm sorry
Yeah.
about Monday. I forgot I was out with my girls in Boston overnight, so I kind of forgot to take that off my schedule. So, how's everybody? What do you feel like you want to do? Is anybody feeling like, I feel like we should do, we should kind of give each other some objections to, better handle. What are you guys thinking?
Well, what's top of mind for me is the expireds that are
Okay.
likely gonna
Oh,
be happening at the end of, December.
right. Oh my gosh, there's going to be a ton of them.
So I want to be prepared for making those calls, and I don't know if there's any new objections, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I think that's exactly what's going to happen is we're going to have tons of them on the first. Barry, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So the very first day of the year, people usually do the contract right to the end of the year, right? I mean, it just makes sense for a lot of people. So you get tons of expired. I was wondering yesterday, we were talking about it, wondering, is that going to be just like every other year? Is it going to be, more or less?
Well,
So
we'll find out.
You guys have any expired scripts on you? Grab
I mean, I have some.
one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's new ones. I'm having a little bit of a hard time doing a screen share here for some reason. I don't know. Zoom share. Okay, well, how can I do that? Start share. Does anybody want to start with one? If you have one to start?
Yeah, I'm actually, I just pulled one up, expired script from Lisa Axios. Something that I was talking to Dakota about, and actually she mentioned it on her call like a week or so ago. Just slightly changing the approach she finds makes a difference. And I want to say, like, her question is, her opening, hey, this is Bill Stone, Keller Williams Realty. I'm calling because I want to just ask, have you given up on the idea of selling your home? The words given up,
Yeah.
almost kind of like it's a takeaway, or it's just,
That's
she and I were having a conversation about the psychology of all this.
That's actually really good. I'm actually going to write that down. Because I didn't hear that. Like I don't remember hearing it. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But
Yeah.
The takeaways are always good.
Right. And in fact, I used it, and it was funny because the immediate response from the homeowner was, oh, no, I'm not giving up.
Ah, that's perfect.
Which I think that was Dakota's intent, was to elicit that kind of a response. Like, I'm not a quitter.
Right. It caused you to go on defense.
Yeah.
Like, no, I still want to sell. Well, that's great. Then you can just
Right.
go with how did you say it? Have you given up?
Have you given up on the idea of selling your home? Hi, Teresa.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Sorry I'm late.
Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I have a plumber coming in and out, so I might be a little off, but
That's okay.
Boy,
We were trying to think of what to do this morning, and I think Bill said expireds, and you might not know, like on the first of the year is the biggest expired list, of the day, of the year. So everybody knows that. That's been in the business for a long time, but I think a lot of people don't take advantage of it.
yeah, Corey Morris refers to it as Christmas.
It sure is, right? So I know that Bill has had real success with expireds, right?
Some,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Has anybody else called expireds, had success?
I called a few. I did not have success. The couple that I called didn't speak English well.
Mhm.
And one that I did get through to, it was already under agreement. So, and then a couple of them I couldn't find numbers for.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, I subscribe to Arch Agent. Bill, what do you use? Oop.
MLS. I pull up my expired listings from
Then you
MLS and
numbers.
yeah, and then I use Spokio
Mhm.
to find
I
the number.
find I don't spend more than, it's about $50 a month. And I get expires. I don't do the for sale by owners. And for a little bit more, you can put them on a, what's it called? Like, it's escaping me. So, so it will auto dial, the auto dialer. So
Oh,
for,
yeah.
maybe $60 a month, it has the auto dialer. But if you're not going to do it, don't buy it. But I find every single morning I will get, if I could screen share like today, I don't know why, what is this iPhone cable? I don't even know why this is not coming up with a good screen share today. Let me see. No, I don't want that. I don't know. Well, I want to show you guys, but it comes up every morning. It gives me, every single morning I get a list of different expireds daily.
From Arch Agent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't know why I'm having a tough time. I still swear this computer confuses me still.
that's Arch, ARCH.
Or the other is, what else? Leads Plus, My Plus Leads, actually. That's another way. That's a CMA I did. So like yesterday, I said to myself, you know what? I have to give out a CMA, like if I could just say, I'm going to give out one every day, say 5 days a week. I went through, I was circle dialing, looking for a house yesterday for a client. And, I use my own script, basically. I have a client who was looking to purchase here in South Weymouth, and she identified your neighborhood as one that she would like to purchase in. Are you looking to sell, or maybe is a neighbor looking to sell? No, I'm not. Okay, well, prices are at all-time high. Would you like to know the value of your home? Yeah, okay. So I got one person and I just did a quick CMA, asked them questions while I was on the phone. How many bathrooms, what kind of updates, what kind of floors, garage, whatever. And then I did a quick CMA, printed it out, and I dropped it in their mailbox on my way home last night. I'm like, why don't I do that more often?
Mm.
That's something we can all do. I mean, even for friends and family. If we do one, and you can just send it by email. You don't necessarily have to, print it, and it doesn't, just stay at home. You can print it and send it off.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? I mean, anybody?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the same question when I did my door knocking way back in, the first house I knocked on, it turned into a listing. Why didn't I keep doing that?
Yeah,
Every day.
right. I know. Even if you said I'm going to do 10 doors a day in one, this street, I'm going to do 10 doors, jump in my car and go. It'd be like your exercise in the morning, right?
Yep.
What the heck? I know, like do 10 doors around a house that, just sold, or your listing or whatever. And it's not too bad to do a neighborhood right now. It's still, it's not that cold. When you door knocked, what were you door knocking for? Like, what
Oh,
was it?
usually when I was door knocking, it was in preparation for an open house. I
Hmm.
was door knocking and handing out invitations.
Okay, what's another way that, you know, like if you didn't have an open house
Neighborhood farm.
or buyer looking in the area? I mean, there's a really easy one to make.
Yeah.
Says, you know, I have a buyer looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in your neighborhood. Maybe even put a price point on it up to, you know, $500,000. Are you looking to buy or sell? And you can just pass them out in a neighborhood. Those are easy.
Mhm.
And people are like, wow, 500. I wonder how much my house is worth. Would my house be worth 500? So then you can call later and then give somebody a CMA. So, you know, I just feel like it's funny how many times we can do a market analysis. We think it's, why don't we challenge ourselves to do, like, let's say 1 a week, say 4 a month.
Yeah.
It's a family member or something. Maybe we
Yep.
should challenge together and see how many we do.
Right. It's a numbers game, and you know, you convert.
Yeah, they'll at least be on, you know, and if you can get their email, you can put them on your, in your database.
Mhm.
So I have a script, an expired script over the phone right here. If somebody has one, I think we should just jump right in because we're all going to do those starting today. And I did put something on the Facebook tips and scripts yesterday from Tom Ferry. And basically he's saying, you know, you got to do your scripts every morning. You can't just practice on the people that you're going to work with. You got to do your scripts in the morning. You know, it's about a successful schedule for a realtor. So it's a really quick video, probably not bad to just take a look at it, but I'm glad everybody who's here is here. So why don't we start something? Who wants to go?
I'll read the one I've got from you, Lisa.
Okay, and
I kind of want to.
push back.
I know you like to stick with the script, but I want to kind of
Let's mix it up.
slightly make it into more of a conversation. But yeah, I mean, I've got it right here if you wanted.
Okay, Teresa's a toughie. I think Teresa would be good to give a little pushback.
Okay, you ready?
We can't hear you.
Unmute.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Teresa. This is Bill Stone with Keller Williams Realty.
Hi, speaking.
Hi, good morning. So Teresa, I noticed your home was no longer posted online, and I was calling to see, have you given up on the idea of selling your home?
I haven't given up. I'm just taking it off for a while. I really don't think winter's the best time for me.
I see. If you had sold the home, where are you moving to?
I was moving to a condo.
To a condo. Okay, great. So question, if I brought you an all cash buyer and was able to close in 30 days, where would this condo be that you moved to?
That's what I'm not sure of because there's different things I'm looking for that I haven't seen, but probably the South Shore area.
Okay. What was your original time frame to sell and be moved?
I was hoping before the summer, but as
Ouch,
winter came-
really?
yeah. Why?
So, Teresa, why do you think your home did not sell?
I don't know. I think people were nervous with the pandemic and wondering what's going to happen, afraid they might lose their jobs.
Okay. How did you pick your last agent that you listed with?
It was a friend of a friend.
Friend of a friend. Okay. Well, knowing what you know now, what will you expect from the next agent you choose?
Get my house sold.
For sure. Okay. What type of feedback did you get from the people who saw your home when it was on the market?
The feedback was positive. You know, I think there were a lot of people that may have just been neighbors looking in and not real buyers.
Okay.
I really don't know.
So the feedback was positive. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
People liked the location. They thought the house was in good shape.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not sure that the agent advertised as much as I had hoped, but
I see. Okay, so advertising, you feel was lacking. All right. Well, obviously you figured out I'm very interested in learning a little bit more, and I'd love the opportunity to interview for the job of getting the home actually sold, so we can get you into the condo that is right for you. Like to see if we can set up a time for me to come meet with you and explain exactly what I do to actually get the homes sold at high market value. Would you be available on Friday afternoon at around 3 o'clock?
well, I just want you to be clear that I'm not sure that I'm ready to commit to anything yet because I really want to see where I'm going. I don't want to be
Sure.
without a home.
Yeah, no, I'm actually just looking to have a conversation with you. Again, I'd like to better understand your timeline, and I'd like to at least explain to you what we could do in terms of putting together a plan that matches up with your schedule and timeline to get your home sold, and just explain a little bit about the market as well as to what we could do to actually successfully get the home sold. So does that sound good?
Sure.
Great. Okay, so Friday, 3 o'clock works?
Sounds good.
Perfect. All right, great. I look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you. Likewise. You know, I like that you're not like pushy, but you are and you're not, if that makes sense. You're not, like some people just drive me crazy, like on the phone when they're just won't let go. And then I find myself
Yeah.
being the opposite too. But you're not, you still have a very calm, nice way about you. So
Yeah,
I think that helped.
stay calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, people feel your anxiousness. I really feel like they feel that.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, I
it,
think we've all been hit with those aggressive salespeople phone calls, and
Yeah. And that
And
drives
they
me
just don't want to
crazy.
take no.
and pausing, don't you find if you pause, the other person starts to talk?
Mm.
Because they don't, nobody likes that weird silence.
Right.
Yep.
I think that's super important.
Mhm.
I think that we could get a little more pushback though. So, Barry,
Yeah, she was pretty. I would love to have that type of conversation every time I made a
I know.
expired call.
Yeah, me too. Good morning, Rick Murray.
Good morning.
Um,
I think that's for you.
Thank you. So what about Barry? Do you have an expired script on you there?
I have one that you had
Okay.
fired script over the
Here.
phone.
You want to start that and I'll give you
What
some
did
push.
you hold up?
I think it's the same thing, expired script over the phone. It's
Oh,
just,
okay.
but I don't have answers here. You're gonna be the one, I'm gonna give you a little tough time.
Oh, great. Happy to be here. Okay. Uh, okay. Ring, ring.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Lisa.
this is,
Hi, Lisa. This is Barry Green with Keller Williams and Braintree.
everybody's calling me. I know what you're gonna say.
Well, look, I understand. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good response. I have
Just
one of
go
those.
with your gut. Just go with like what you think. Like if someone's saying, hey, you know what? What do you call? Okay, what are you calling me for, Barry? I don't know. Who are you? I don't understand why you're calling.
Well, your home came up on our computer as an expired listing,
Mhm.
and I was just calling to see if you sold. I just wanted to ask you a few questions. I like that one that Bill did. I noticed your home was listed online. I was wondering, have you given up on the idea of selling your home? Good one.
No, I'm gonna sell my house. I just, it seems like people are calling me all day long. Ever since, where were you when it was on the market?
Oh boy, you're throwing some good ones at me. And it says as an inexperienced agent. Where was I? Wow. I don't think I'm prepared for this.
Well, that's why we're doing it, right? So you could say, well, I'm not sure. Your agent didn't sell your house to me. You know, there are, first the agent has to sell the house to another agent before they can sell it to a buyer. And your agent didn't tell me about it.
Well, I mean, I agree. It can be a nightmare selling your house this way. Oh, boy. This isn't working.
Just ask me another question or I'm going to hang up.
Okay. Well, now, what do you think stopped your home from selling?
Oh, definitely the agent. That's why I think I might just sell it on my own.
How did you pick that agent?
Well, it was someone I knew. I thought that they were going to do a good job, but I was very disappointed. And I think I'm just going to do a for sale by owner. The market's great.
Was there anything you felt that agent did well, that they did best?
Maybe the pictures were okay. That's about it.
Was there anything you feel like that they didn't do? What else could they have done? What else do you feel that they should have done?
Well, I really wanted to sell the house and I thought the price was awesome. And, I didn't get any offers.
Now, let me just ask you, if you sold your home, where would you want to be going next?
Well, I'm going to go to Florida because it's so nice down there. It's warm. I'm tired of this, this weather up here.
That's exciting. I don't blame you. How soon do you have to be there?
I can go anytime. Like I said, I think I'm going to sell it on my own. I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know why you weren't here. Like, do you have a buyer?
I do have buyers interested in your area.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So I would like to be able to come in. I'd like to get familiar with your home, learn more about it, and talk to you about the process.
Well, it was online. You can see it on the MLS.
But it's also, once you get into the home, once I get in there, I can see, get a better idea of what's on the home. The pictures don't tell the whole story all the time. They're a good introduction.
That's true. So if you have a buyer, can you bring a buyer?
I can bring one, but I still want to be able to sit down and talk with you beforehand so I can get familiar and make sure that the home is what this buyer is looking for.
Well, I'm really thinking of doing it on my own. I'm not really looking to hire somebody else, but if you have a buyer, you can bring a buyer over.
Okay. What if I didn't have a buyer? How do I respond then? What?
You always have buyers. You always have somebody. Someone's in your back pocket. They're buyers. That's what I do. I'm a realtor. I have buyers all the time.
Okay.
You need to make the match.
All right. So, yes, I could bring somebody by. I'd like, when could what's the best time to come by? On Monday at 5 or Wednesday at 3?
Well, Wednesday at 3 sounds good, but are you bringing a buyer or are you just coming in on your own?
I'll bring a buyer. I'll bring someone with
Okay. Okay. And what's your fee? How much do you charge? Because,
the total fee is 5%.
oh, 5%. Well, what if I'm selling it on my own?
I don't know how to respond to that.
We can discuss that.
We can discuss that? Oh, okay.
And I would probably never give my fee over the phone if at all possible.
Okay.
Sometimes people will break you down, but try to just
What
say
would
that.
the response have been then?
We'll talk about that when I get there. That's something I want to, talk to you about, in person.
Okay.
So, so I don't know, Barry, if you don't have a buyer, don't come, but if you have a buyer, you can bring a buyer by.
Okay. Yeah, I will bring a buyer by, interested buyer. Yep.
Okay. And what do you do that, during this COVID, I mean, you're coming in my house. I'm a little nervous about that.
No, we follow all the protocols. We'll have masks and gloves.
Okay. So, again, I'm not going to list my house with anyone. I just take a buyer and if you have somebody, okay?
Yeah, sure. I just want the opportunity to bring somebody by and discuss the house with you.
Okay.
All right. So when would be the best? You said Wednesday at 3?
Yes, that works.
Okay, then I will be seeing you and I'll be bringing a buyer by with me.
Excellent.
We'll both come to meet you on Wednesday.
I was way too nice, Bill. You were good. I'm like,
Uh,
yikes. I
Yeah,
would die, Barry, if that was me.
I was dying. You saw it.
No,
but that's real life. That's
I
what you
know.
get, right? That's what you get. People are aggravated. People came
Yeah.
through their house. And this is what you can kind of get on the same page with them. They're like, people came through during a pandemic. They walked through my house. They, they gave me a lowball offer. Everybody else's house is selling. They're first of all, they're embarrassed. Somebody doesn't want their house and everybody's telling them it's the best market in the world. They're embarrassed. They're like, they love their home. Even if it's crappy home, it's their home. They do feel pride in it. And I feel like, we need to say, oh, I feel bad. I understand. I can't imagine how it was when people came walking through your home and didn't produce an offer. They're one of three things, or maybe a combination of three things that cause a house not to sell. Was it price? Was it marketing? Or was it condition? Which one or combination do you think it was? I'm probably going to say it's the agent. But,
So and to your point, Lisa, about, when you're asked what's your fee, I was always told by Rich Lannon, and probably you too, Lisa, that don't discuss fee up front over the phone. The response basically would be, well, it's important that I meet with you, see the property, and understand what the specific custom marketing plan will be, and then we can talk about what the service fee will apply.
that's awesome. I like that, the service fee that will apply.
Well,
Yeah.
and you think about it, let's just say that they don't want to list it at your number, at whatever your suggested list price is, or if they want to really work you down on the commission or whatever. I mean, so there's different variables too in terms of what they're going to allow you to put in for an effort, and I think that's when you want to base your fee on.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And yeah, we don't want to give too much away. What we really want to do is get to the house. Now, if you don't have a buyer, you're going to be scrambling around and probably taking another agent with you to pretend it's a buyer, because you may not have a buyer. What are you going to do if you really don't have a buyer?
Bring my husband. Bring a relative. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could do that. You could call them back and say, they want me to preview first, try to really get that in so that you're coming over to do a preview. I mean, you could take someone if you wanted. Well, this, Joe with me here, I'm not sure if they're going to be the one, but they're always looking for a home. And I mean, you could do that, but I don't like to go in with not being honest. So I always want to start
The
with
thing too is, if they're going to insist that you bring a buyer, I mean, they're really driving the process. And if you follow through with that, it's not going to give you any really opportunity to talk business with the
Yeah.
seller.
This is so true. They're just going to want to show their house off.
Yep.
So if we, the best thing we can do is try to just, I mean, call back and say, my buyer canceled, but I really still want to come.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, are you saying that as the homeowner?
Yeah.
I knew that was it. You lied. You can start out on a bad foot right there.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful, I think, with that, because you won't feel sincere when you're in there.
Right. And, if they really push back and insist that, they're not going to let you in unless you bring a buyer, then that's really telling right there that they're really shifting their mindset about, relisting with an agent or whatever.
They may not be someone you want to work with, right?
Yeah.
In the end, it's like, oh, forget it. You don't even want to work with them anyway.
Right.
So I know it's 9:02. I don't know if anybody, I mean, I like doing the pushback. I think that we need to do more of that.
Mhm.
You really
Yeah.
if you're on the phone, that's what you get. Oh my God, Keller Williams, they've been calling me all day long. What do you want? I'm not selling my house. And what do you do with that? Do you put them to the side and put in your phone that you call them maybe in 3 days? So that's what I would do if I was a really organized person. In my mind, that's exactly what I do. because day one of an expired, a lot of people are calling. Day three, a week later, everybody else is just going to today's expired, and those people are not getting the phone calls they had. And if you stay in the game, you'll get it.
Mhm.
I've definitely gotten it. They're like, geez, you know what? Just come on over. You've been calling for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's been 2 months. And they're like, they want, she wants this job. She wants the job, and everybody
Right.
else faded away. So,
Well, yeah, that one that I did the door knocking, he didn't say yes right away, and then I followed up, and he told me he talked to 2 other realtors, and I was the only one that followed up.
wow,
which
we have a
blew
bad
my mind.
reputation. We have a
I have
really
to jump
bad.
out. I'm sorry. I have to
Oh.
run. Thank you.
Thanks,
Oh.
Teresa.
Okay. Bye.
We have a bad reputation of not following up, of not
Mm.
showing up on time, of, there's a lot of bad reputations that realtors have. So let's change that. It's easy to beat.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Just show up on time.
And you know what, Barry, some of this pushback that we give, when we're practicing here, don't let that discourage you or scare you off from actually making the calls,
Mhm.
because I think, this just kind of puts in your head what potentially someone could say, and it gives you the opportunity to plan ahead in terms of a response. But I think even on your live calls, the more pushback and objections you get, the stronger you get with making your calls.
Absolutely.
I can see that.
Yeah, Barry, I mean, I hope I put you on the spot a bit, but doesn't it, if you understand now that, okay, well, I'll just ask another question.
Okay.
Basically, you just keep asking another question.
Yeah.
They'll sometimes answer. That might be the strategy that you use. Well, well, if you did sell this home, where will you go to next? That kind of, instead of no, instead of trying to fight off, no, I'm not calling to get your listing. I just, instead just start asking them questions about themselves.
Hmm.
I think that helps. So thank you, Barry, for being a good sport.
I changed my underwear now, but
Yeah, well, hey, this is good. You can get me back. All right. You can get me back Monday. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Wacky Wednesday.
Thanks, Lisa.
And
Happy
let's-
New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh my goodness, it's so sad. I want to have a Happy New Year party with people. Why don't we, let's see if we can all give out at least one CMA a week.
That's a good goal.
Email it, and I don't care if it's to a friend or a neighbor or anyone. I'm going to post something on my Facebook that says, hey, starting this year, I want to give out one market analysis per week. Who wants to know how much the house is worth? See if anybody, maybe I should do that like every week.
Mhm.
I should put that on my calendar, to put that on my Facebook every week, and just say that. And I'm going to use my personal page. And that way, who knows? Then they look at it, and not only do they look at it, they're going to share it, and they're going to talk about it, and they're going to talk about how much the house is worth. It's going to start conversations. Imagine if you did, one a month, and you're gonna get something out of that. So, all right, guys. Have an
Great. Thanks,
awesome day.
Lisa.
Happy
Let's
New
hit the
Year.
ground running.
too.
Let's go get
Thanks,
some people
Lisa.
to give us some really mean feedback. Bye.
Okay. Take care.